HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Continuing on page 22. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzor yeshenu, nekadma fanav betoda. Naria, naria, litzor yeshenu, Pizmirot naria lo. Back to the beginning. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. And we'll find ourselves on the Chatimah, the closing verses of the Psalm. We're on page 22, Psalm 95, the last three lines. Arba'im shana akod bedor, va'omar ramto elei vavheim, vehem lo yad'u drachai, asher nishpati v'yapei, im yevawon el menuchati. And we'll continue on page 24. Once again, the last four lines. Yesmechu hashamayim, Yesmechu hashamayim, Yesmechu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yeramayam, Yeramayam, Yeramayam umelo, Yeramayam, Yeramayam, Yeramayam umelo. Ya'aloz sadai v'chol asher bo, az yerannu kol atzeyad. Lifnei Adonai kiva, kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel betzedek, ve'amim be'emunato. Let's continue with Lecha Dodi. On page 38, going into page 40. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor b'dibor echad, ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem l'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמל עלייך חמלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Top of page 40. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Fourth stanza. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי, על יד איש בן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Can all be seated? So, not that long ago, I was about to officiate at the funeral of a lovely woman. I was sitting with a family, and we were talking about wife and a mother, grandmother, and one of the children said almost apologetically, he said, my mom still had the child within her. She always had a sense of awe and wonder, like she was still a child. You know, she saw the world with the childish eyes of awe and wonder. And, I couldn't help but think about this, and I even said, some of the greatest theologians talk about seeing the world with awe and wonder. You know, it's not necessarily a childish thing. In fact, it may be, you know, a symbol of a great connection with a power greater than ourselves. So anyhow, I went to Abraham Joshua Heschel, and I wanted to read part of his writings on awe and wonder. And I'll try to read it slowly because, you know, a theologian isn't writing in sentences that are so easy to take in. So let me see what we can do together. Rabbi Heschel says, awe is more than an emotion. It is a way of understanding, insight into a meaning greater than ourselves. The beginning of awe is wonder, and the beginning of wisdom is awe. Awe is an intuition for the dignity of all things, a realization that things not only are what they are, but also stand, however remotely, for something supreme. Awe is a sense of transcendence, for the reference everywhere to mystery beyond all things. It enables us to perceive in the world intimations of the divine, to sense in small things the beginning of infinite significance, to sense the ultimate in the common and the simple, to feel in the rush of the passing the stillness of the eternal, what we cannot comprehend by analysis, we become aware of in awe. This is from Abraham Joshua Heschel's God in Search of Man. And one of the things that I am absolutely in awe of is how quickly this microphone starts out. It's, it needs new batteries. Michael, don't, just let it be. So, actually, you know, faith is a good thing to have too, isn't it? All wonder faith. So I began the service tonight with a certain faith that somebody put in new batteries during the week, because it was clear last Saturday morning that it was dying. So after we went about 7 minutes, I thought, well, great, they put in new batteries. Michael, please don't put in new batteries now. Just put it aside. Okay. So how about if we turn to page 50? And we'll all rise. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Together. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhma poteach she'arim, u'vivona meshane itim u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et ha'kochavim b'mishmerotehem, barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla bolel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom u'mevi layla Uma'avdil ben yom u'vein layla Adonai tzva'ot shemo El chai v'kayam Tamid jimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And as we're seated, we'll continue singing of love, the love of God in Israel, through Torah, page 52, which will lead us right into the Shema V'Ahavta. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochbeinu uv'kumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu, v'yorech yameinu, v'yorech yameinu, uvahem nehege, yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla, v'yahavatcha al tasin mimenu le'olamim, Baruch ata Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayo advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, b'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha v'derech, u'v'shuchbecha, u'v'kumecha, u'kshartam le'od, al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha uchtavtam zot beitecha u'visharecha. So I'd like us to go through a breathing exercise that may be a little bit different than how we normally do it. So let me explain it first and then we'll actually do it. So this breathing is composed of 4 quarters. So the first one is counting to 4 to bring in a very deep breath. And then holding that breath for a count of 4, then breathing out for a count of 4, and once again holding your breath for a count of 4. So it's 4, 4, 4, and 4, and then we'll do it again. We'll do it a few times, after which, hi folks, welcome. We'll do it a few times, after which then I'm going to ask you to focus on something. But actually, while we're doing this breathing itself, what we're asked to do is to focus on our breath and try to think of nothing but being aware of feeling, thinking it, feeling it, our own individual breath. So again, we breathe in for a count of 4, we hold it for a count of 4, we breathe out for a count of 4, and we hold it for a count of 4. And you can get a lot of air in your lungs down to your diaphragm on a count of 4. Okay, so here we begin. Four. Breathing out. And holding that for 4. Just paying careful attention to your breath. Okay, breathing in, count of 4. Holding it. Breathing out. And holding it for a count of 4. One more time. Breathing in. Holding it. Breathing out. And holding it. So continue breathing however it's most comfortable for you. And I'd like to ask us each to try to bring to mind one of, call it the happiest, most fulfilling, most meaningful, most accomplished moments from last January 1st to this day of December 29th, in the waning of the year. We'll take a few moments to think about the best for you, the best of 2023. Is there a memory that you'll take with you into the future? That you'll say, yeah, that happened sometime in 2023. So maybe we'll have a moment later on to share some of our happiest moments of the year. You know, it's normal when people are about ready to celebrate the new year. Normally people say something like, ugh, this past year was so horrible. It can only get better. It was so horrible, so horrible. So every year people say that. So every year clearly has been just one big horrible year. We've all led one big horrible life. But that's not the case. We know that. That's not the case. So the reality is a new year is coming. But there are good things that happened this past year, happy things, things that we accomplished, things that we felt a sense of awe and wonder, sense of love, sense of joy, sense of play maybe. So maybe we have a moment that we can share with others. Okay, let's continue on page 60, towards the bottom of the page. Umachutov ratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uvnei Yisrael lecha'anu shira בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה יפה מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה אלינו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Page 62. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. Let's continue responsively. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and awaken us to life on the morrow. Shield us, we pray, against our foes, against disease, destruction, and sorrow.
Strengthen us against the forces of evil, which are now on every side.
May we always sense your loving care, for you are our merciful God and sovereign.
Guard us always and everywhere. Bless us with life and peace.
Praise to you, O God of shalom, of peace, whose love is always with us. The last three lines. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechaim u'leshalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch ata Adonai הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Page 64. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות
לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Leading us into the evening Amidah, Chatzi Kaddish on page 66. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויולמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביומי חון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב וימרו. Amen. Together. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעולמה ויאמרו Amen. So, Evening Amidah goes from 69 through 76, 77. צור חיינו. How about if we go back to page 74? Our prayer for peace, right in the middle of the page, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and to all who dwell on earth. For you are the supreme sovereign of all peace. May it please you to bless your people Israel in every season and at every hour with your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, bestower of peace upon your people Israel. So why don't we hold off on Kiddush tonight? We'll save it for the very end of the service. And let me invite us to share some memories that we might have had about Harrison, by the way, welcome. Great to see you. Welcome. Everything shut down in D.C. this week?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, right. Good time to get away, huh? Yeah, great to see you. Welcome. So any memory or, something that happened? Okay, so I'm just going to ask you to come up here because otherwise our live stream folks won't be able to hear anything. Go on, Charles.
My granddaughter is on the spectrum, very low, and she's studying for her bat mitzvah. And she sang a prayer and turned to her mom and she said, "I know in my heart I got it right."
What did you say at the beginning, Charles? I know that my granddaughter was.
She said,
No, I got that one. Very beginning. She said your granddaughter is very.
"No on the spectrum."
I see. And she got it right. She said I got it right. When is the bar mitzvah? Great. That's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Yeah. Rabbi, you have anything to offer? Larry is the rabbi and Fiddler on the Roof.
I take it. Build a building up.
And Larry has a very rabbinic demeanor. Yeah, you got it, Larry. Okay, I don't want to pick on you. Anybody? Yeah. Arlene, go on.
Okay, well, this past September, Mark and I celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary, so that was a highlight. I don't know how that happened, but, but it did.
It's amazing how these things just happen. All of a sudden, 50 years. Whew. 50 years. Yeah, Carol, go on. That was great. It's really great.
And I had an interesting medical journey the past year. The rabbi took the journey with me, and I discovered by accident, because I got the flu, that I actually had lung cancer. And it did not spread. It's gone. And when I got the results from the biopsy after surgery that it had not spread at all, that's when all hit me. Because interestingly enough, my mother died from the same form of lung cancer exactly at my age. So all I could think of in the hospital was the miracle of people who discovered PET scans, developed how to do biopsies, developed the surgical procedures. The robotic surgery was remarkable. And that was one point in my life that I really saw, I guess, eternity through my mom. And that was a high point for me.
Wow. Wow. The experience and the way you expressed it
Yeah, Scott.
Sure. So earlier this year, we had the good fortune to be able to go to Africa on a safari and to see animals in the wild the way God created them. That was awe-inspiring, right? You'll never go to a zoo again after you see what the real world is like, and that's really awe-inspiring. Yeah.
And the animals say to each other, we never see those humans walking. We're always in one of those jeeps, and they're very funny, those people.
It's just amazing.
And you're just driving by them, Scott?
Yes.
And they're doing their thing.
As long as you don't walk by them, you're okay.
Right. So you recommend that be part of everybody's bucket list?
Yeah, it really does make you realize that what we live in is just a small part of the world.
Yeah. Huh, that's great. Maybe one more, if there is one more. So Carol, I'm really touched by something you said, by everything that you said, but something you said in particular, that you were overwhelmed by the fact that all these things had been discovered from the time your mom was dealing with this illness, whether it's different kinds of x-rays and the way to look into the body and robot surgery that is minimally invasive. And I was just thinking, there's a teaching by the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of Hasidism. And the Baal Shem Tov says that there are wonders and miracles happening all around us. But man, now we would say people take their hand and cover their eyes. They're unaware of it. And I think the same thing pertains to us. I think every day there are brilliant people that are doing great things that in some way will save lives and prolong lives. But we're overwhelmed by the news, which is sold on all these horrible things that happen every day. So until you venture into that world, unless you like to read about medicine and medical technology, we might not be aware of all these amazing things that have been created. And it turns out saving and sustaining life. These are the miracles that are all around us. Yeah. And then you see the miracles of just the natural world. Not newly created, but as you said, it's God's world. They're running around and doing their thing. And this was in Kenya, Scott? South Africa. Yeah. Wow. Great. Okay. I think I might retire. It sounds like sounds like there's a world out there to see. Okay. Let's rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol la'tei kidun
ונקווה לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מהן בדברי עוזך. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד. We recall the lives and loving memories of those whose yurtzites are observed today and during the course of the past week. Escott, your dear father, Walter Korn, Sarah Schwartz, Max Zaroff, Mildred Laser, Mary Schwartz, Bessie Levin, Ruth Goldstein, Ruth Duchin Gitlin, Ronald Rosenthal, dear brother of Mark Greenspan, Joel Satinsky, Hyman Halpern, Francis Davis Becker, Florence Petroshansky, Florence Bellman, our dear congregant Ellie Titleman, Annette Blumenthal, Dorothy Shear, David Pollock, Dorothy Nierenberg, Shirley Rosenberg, Martin Goldberg, Bessie Shipper, William Indictor, Norman Cohen, Lillian Lombardi, and Jordan Albuck. We still hold close to our hearts the recent passing of our dear Iris Siegel, how much we miss her these past few weeks and will continue to do so. And also the passing just a week ago of Arnie Sharon's dear mother, Lillian Sharon. May their memories continue to be cherished for a blessing. We'll find Kaddish Yatom on page 124. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba bi'olma divera chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei decho beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach leolam u'l'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmei dekutsha b'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran bi'olma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Amen. I just want to mention that thanks to those who shared your precious moment of this past year, but I also want to point out, maybe we're all keenly aware of it, that those who didn't share also had very special moments, and I know that in particular of some of you, and not all are, things that we're ready to share publicly or whatever. It's not so public in here, not that many of us here, but even small publicly, And we've all had moments of great things. And, in ways the year has been horrible, but don't lose sight of how wonderful the year has been as well. Just in many ways, great things happened this past year. Great things. So, let's see, there are announcements, right? You read English better than I do, so you can see what's going on. There's still a hat and glove donation drive. Does anybody need to wear hats and gloves anymore? Living in this area? Huh? It's crazy. It's just crazy. Come on, it's crazy. I bought a new scarf this year. Why did I buy it? What was I thinking? It was going to get cold or something? Huh? Okay. What's that? It's supposed to?
It's supposed to get snow, I don't know.
Real? Yeah, they were the Farmer's Almanac. And you got to believe the Farmer's Almanac said, and there's an El Nino and Alfredo and fettuccine and all kinds of stuff happening. Yeah, okay. Okay, don't miss out on the Oneg Shabbat tonight. I walked through the kitchen earlier and all I saw was Costco's Best. And I lost all hope, but I happened to walk through again and I saw Kramer's Best also. So it's going to be a mix, so you can pick out what you want. Yeah. Larry, were you saying Kaddish for your site?
Yeah, my dad. Actually, I might be a week early.
Okay, so
Something was confusing, because what I got from Levin's and what I got from you yesterday, they were sort of fighting each other.
Same thing here. My father's is supposed to be tonight, but the synagogue sent me saying that it's not until
Next
tomorrow.
week or 2 weeks or something like that. So they were fighting each other, and I had scheduled to be here.
So Larry, can you just say your mom's name and maybe say a sentence or two about your mom? And
My dad.
oh, it's your dad. Yeah.
It was my dad. His name was Joseph Aaron Fine, and he only made it to 57 years old.
Wow.
Okay, I was 27, and I guess she comes along with the good part of everything. I was just 73 in September, and I'm 74 in following September, and he only made it to 57.
Wow.
So a lot of good drugs and a lot of good doctors, I guess, and
Yeah.
take too many pills, and, but he did, unfortunately, he died from all the complications of diabetes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm a type 2.
Uh-huh.
My other son's a type 2, and
Yeah.
my son Jared is a type 1.
Type 1, right. Yeah.
For the last, he's 34, and he became a type 1 when he was a year and a half old.
Yeah.
And you know the
Yeah.
complications.
Yeah.
But he's in the show, and he's always in the show.
He's a miracle.
Yeah.
he's a
the
miracle.
flying parts for him because he sells 50, 60 tickets. So, that's been going on for, what, almost
So,
15 years?
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's great.
So,
Great.
that's the good part of things.
Great. And your dad's name was Joseph, you said.
Joseph.
May his memory be for a blessing, Larry. And Arlene, about your dad.
My dad was Ted Selznick. He was a wonderful man. Unfortunately, he also died very young. It's been 59 years.
Wow.
And he was brilliant, very, very smart. He loved to play cards. He was a bridge master. And in the summer at the swim club, all we had to do was go to the pinochle table to find him.
Uh-huh.
But he was great, and I have great memories, even though I was very young.
Yeah. May his memory continue to be for a blessing. 59 years ago. 59 years ago, you said. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not sure what's happening with why we're out of kilter.
I'm going to go take pictures of him.
Yeah.
His mother's is also according to the one that...
So I can tell you that we have a new administrative assistant, and she is tremendously conscientious. She is trying to get it right, and a couple of weeks ago we had an issue, and I went over it with her. It turns out she was correct. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I'm leaving for Israel on Tuesday. So maybe if either of you or both of you can just be in touch with Barbara to check this out on the list and see what's happening. Yeah, so at least they,
I know that my dad passed away on the 30th of December, which is tomorrow.
oh, okay, so we do it,
But Levin said that was the day he passed away, and yours was the 7th, I think it transposed to the 7th of January. But yours was a little different. I think yours was a little further.
okay, so we count by the Hebrew date.
Of course.
So today is the 18th or 19th of Tevet. So it could be that when the year that your dad passed away, December 30th, I mean, it's pretty much like this year, would be the 18th or 19th of Tevet, which maybe this year is coming out January 7th. So yeah. So probably, it sounds like Levine's and we may be on the same page, because we'll be observing it this coming week. Yeah, no, it's okay. You're here. That's what counts, You're here. It's doesn't have to be, and maybe just check out what's happening, Arlene, so hopefully we'll get it right. Yeah. Okay, Adon Olam. Anybody want to offer your favorite melody? Yeah, we're going to do Adon Olam first, and then we're going to say Kiddush. Yeah. So we'll end up being all together there. Anybody have a melody that you'd like? First melody that comes to mind. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra Adon Olam li'et na'asa v'chefetzo kol Azai melech shemo nikra Adon Olam v'acharei kechlot hakol levado yimloch nora Adon Olam v'hu haya v'hu hove v'hu yeh b'tifara Adon Olam v'hu echad v'ein sheni להמשיל לו להכבירה אדון עולם בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמזרע אדון עולם והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצורכב ליבי יצרה אדון עולם והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם בידו אפקד רוחי בייתי שן ויעירה אדון עולם ואם רוחי כביעתי אדוני לי ולא ירא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נעשה וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם. We have grape juice for the teetotalers and we have wine. Let's all find our way over to the Kiddush table. Michael, if you'll do us the honor.
I'll flip the mic, it should pick up.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei bri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu.
A special celebration.
Yeah, we basically did Yeah, we carpeted the whole house, we painted some rooms, we redid a bathroom.
This year,
I need to put handrails in, I'll probably do that myself.
I know, one of the things that got
Huge
and it had a place
Wow.
and they suggested that you take the
Pavers, two-level pavers.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more permanent.
It is, yeah.
If it rots, we have a major problem.
You know, we asked for 50 years and we said, well, someone else.